News at Noon starts now.
Hurricane Ian is barreling towards Florida as a powerful Category 4 storm that has the possibility of becoming a Category 5. It's set to hit the Gulf Coast as we give you a live look right now from Florida. The center of the storm is beginning to hit the coast right now, right near Fort Myers.
It certainly is, and it is set to make landfall in Charlotte and Lee counties. This is all just south of Tampa. You are taking a look right now at Port Charlotte, which is right in the direct track of the eye of that storm. And you can see conditions there are already dangerous, with counties in the area saying that emergency services have been shut down until Ian moves out.
And in Tampa, the Sunshine Skyway is now closed as live pictures. Wow, it really shows it swaying there. The bridge connects Tampa Bay to St. Petersburg, and the winds there are as high as 60 miles an hour. You can see the camera shaking.
But then on the other side of the state, in Delray Beach and Palm Beach County, this is on the east coast of Florida, possible tornadoes caused by those hurricane winds have hit overnight. You can see the force of the tornado. It's flipped over cars, it's damaged buildings. 2 people so far have been hospitalized.
The storm is already changing Tampa Bay. Take a look here. There was once water here, but as the hurricane approaches, it is sucking the water right out of the big bodies of water. Florida's governor is warning anyone still in the storm's path to stay put.
A storm of this magnitude will produce catastrophic flooding and life-threatening storm surge on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And the highest risk areas are ranging from Collier County up to Sarasota County. The current track has the storm making landfall in Charlotte County. If you are in any of those counties, it's no longer possible to safely evacuate. It's time to hunker down and prepare for this storm.
It is a powerful storm packing about 155-mile-per-hour winds. There are people in Florida that are still determined to ride this out despite those evacuation recommendations and orders earlier this week.
Absolutely. Chris Pallone is actually in Tampa, an area that's seeing intense rain already.
We're facing the imminent landfall of Ian in short order here in the southwest part of Florida. The storm is slated to come ashore south of Tampa, where I'm standing right now. All morning long, this area has been battered by heavy rain and heavy winds, and it's only getting more and more intense as the day goes along. The conditions have been getting worse. Over the course of the morning, the storm was clocked at having 155-mile-an-hour winds. That's Category 4, but it's 2 miles an hour less than a Category 5 storm, so it underwent rapid intensification overnight. The National Hurricane Center said that the storm surge in a place like Port Charlotte, south of here, is worse than they predicted. 12 to 18 feet of storm surge now expected in that area. That means it's going to be catastrophic where the storm comes ashore. And then this is going to be a long road. The storm, once it comes ashore, is expected to slow down. It will dump tons of rain. The mayor of Tampa saying this area could still get 20 inches of rain before all is said and done. The storm will continue to dump rain over the central portion of Florida, like Orlando, before going out to the east coast and causing more storm surge all the way up to Jacksonville. So officials say it's too late to get out. For people who have remained in evacuation zones, it's best for them just to stay home and ride it out and hope for the best. That's the story from Tampa. I'm Chris Pallone, NBC News.
So much rain on the camera there even.
Are we sure that was Chris?
I'm just saying we're certainly praying for the best. He's saying hoping for the best. But Brandon, the worst of it is happening over the next few hours.
It is, and the concerns are all over the place, from storm surge, flooding rains, to 125-mile-an-hour winds, and then tornadoes as parts of the storm hit the friction of the land, more so across the eastern part of the state. But from all the way west to all the way east, about 550 miles across with this storm. And you see the well-defined eye just off of Fort Myers and just slowly drifting to the north. So it will make landfall in the next couple, 2-3 hours, likely as a Category 4. 155-mile-an-hour winds right around the eye. And if it hits land at that, that's what folks along the Gulf Coast, West shorelines of Florida will be dealing with. And then 24 hours later through Thursday, still a Cat 3 with 120-mile-an-hour winds possible near Orlando, drifting then out into parts of, Jacksonville. We could actually get a little cloud cover from this weekend, but 1.5 to 2 feet of rain between Tampa and Fort Myers. We'll watch out for tornadoes and then, of course, storm surge as well. We'll take a look a little closer at that and, of course, your all-important forecast just minutes away.
Thank you. We'll check back in with him. Metro Detroiters, as you can imagine, stepping up to help in a very big way, already helping Florida in anticipation of what's to come.
Yeah, we know that there are volunteers that are making their way down there, are already down there, ready to help. Hank Winchester is with the American Red Cross out there on West Outer Drive. And Hank, we know their team is ready to go to work.
And they certainly are. They're going to be leaving this location in Detroit in a matter of minutes, and on the ground you'll find hundreds from Metro Detroit out to help. Many of them are going to be driving vans just like this one. Let me give you a peek inside. See those coolers right there? Those are going to be filled with hot meals and drinks, things that people need in those communities. And then those volunteers will then serve those meals right here from this window. Listen, they make their way into these neighborhoods after these storms and these disasters, and they say they are just flooded with thanks and praise and love from people who are so thankful to get help during these difficult times. We had an opportunity to talk to one of those volunteers a short time ago. Here's what he had to say about the effort.
We've got 5 vehicles that are going down there. They all have to be down there leaving so they could be down there by Saturday.
Yeah.
They're arriving at the blimp pad that's down there. Each vehicle has 2 volunteers on it, and they're going to be doing feeding out in the neighborhoods.
This particular van right here, driven by a local husband and wife, both retired. They've done a few of these before, different natural disasters over the years. They're going to take about 24 hours to make their way down to Florida, wait for the green light from the authorities to be able to get into those neighborhoods that are hardest hit. And then what they do is they set up shop. They start getting food and meals out to those that need it most. Of course, the Red Cross asking for your help in this effort too. If you'd like to make a donation, understand that a lot of the money that is raised goes directly to those who need it and efforts just like this one. We're live this noon hour here in Detroit. Hank Winchester, help me Hank, Local 4.
And these volunteers make it their life's mission to help in times of need and crisis. And we are so grateful for their volunteerism. And thank you, Hank, for bringing that to us. Also, our meteorologist, Kim Adams, is in Venice, Florida right now. She is getting a look at the conditions there. And she's going to have live reports for us beginning on Local 4 News first at 4 and during our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast. And all day you can watch coverage streaming on Local 4 Plus. Our sister station right down there in Orlando, Florida is doing around-the-clock coverage, and we are carrying it live as well to keep you informed if you have family and friends there.
In other news this afternoon, we're working on getting more information about the shooting on Detroit's east side. Police tell us that a man was shot and killed earlier this morning right near Chalmers and Cedar Grove. That's a few blocks east of Gratiot. So far, there's no word on a possible motive or if anyone has been arrested in connection to the shooting.
And here's a development. Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist announcing that the state of Michigan will not treat any student loan forgiveness from the government as a taxable income. That means 1.4 million Michigan residents could save thousands of additional dollars if they qualify for any of the federal student loan forgiveness plans.
We're really working hard to provide relief and to make sure that no person in Michigan has to give up on their education, has to give up on their skills training, has to give up on their dream and their future. Simply because they're worried about paying off student loans. A lot of times when people took on student loans, you took them on because you were told that this was good debt. You were told that this was right to invest in and bet on yourself. And I want that to be true. I want that to feel true.
We have information on how you can sign up for that federal student loan forgiveness and all the criteria to be eligible for it on our website at clickondetroit.com. Just type student loan forgiveness in the search tab.
All right, so after 2 years of being shut down, the Belle Isle Nature Center is back open.
Yes, it is. The Detroit Zoological Society, which operates the center, says it has undergone a major overhaul. Several transformative renovations are there now. They've been working on it the last couple of years. The center is open daily from 10 a.m. until 5. Admission is free through the members. It's free for everyone, but there is a fee, of course, to get onto the island because it's a state park, or you must have that state park tab on your license plate, which is all easy to acquire.
Yes.